Well, when we were going to Chicago or Cleveland, for instance, we'd take two 8-track 3M double capstan machines. Those were the so-called Dynatracks. They had 2 channels for every 1 channel. One was running 15 dB below the other, or really, you could put it the other way. One was set to standard recording levels. The other was running 15 dB higher. Now what happened was, of course, as you went into Forte, that channel went into distortion. But they had a micro-switching arrangement that was incredible. You couldn't hear it. It switched so fast that you never heard, and this only occurred on playback. I always recorded the full orchestra to 2 channels outside. You keep the other 2 for any soloists or any other things that had to be done. For instance, Jacqueline Dupre was a good case in point. We came to the last movement, and she said, I would like to do that over because I haven't done that well yet. So we looked at the clock. We had 22 minutes, and it ran 20 minutes. Well, she played like an angel in that one. It was perfect. But my second engineer that I had, whom I thought was experienced, but he was new to me on that job, committed an unforgivable sin because he didn't put a new roll on. He whispered in my ear, the machines are running out of tape. Well, all I could do was set the pots and jump up and help him to change the 2 machines, but one had to be stopped while they were changed and then started, and vice versa. It left a good 30 to 40 seconds in there where there was no usable recording. It came, both fortunately or unfortunately, right at the beginning of a cadenza. She played the same cadenza in the first movement, but this one was in a different key. What to do, because there was no cadenza. I thought about that for about a day and a half. And I called the producer down and we discussed this. I said, we have to go through every take and find each note, but it has to have the same ambiance from the room. It has to have the same vibrato. It must be an exact match. He said, it can't be done. I said, well, I'm not convinced yet that it can't be. Let's give it a shot. Well, I listened with him and we cut, and I cut a piece out of a time, little bitty pieces, putting them together until I had a cadenza. To disguise it a little bit, I'll go back just a little ways after I cut it into the master. I'll go back a little ways and pick it up in a good spot and gradually reduce the primary sound and bring sound up from the echo chamber. Only mix them in. And I said, if it's done right, I think we can get away with it and do it so that it won't deteriorate from the music. We got it done in about 2 weeks and a half. We cut a disc and called Jacqueline Dupre in. And then all of us were praying that she would say, okay. Well, she came to the end of it, and she said, great, I like it. Beautiful. But I wish I had played the first cadenza as well as I played the last. The one that was a manufactured one, she had played the notes, but they were from totally different places in the work. Any place we could find the note that was clear, where I could cut it out and then disguise it. But it was successful, and it sold very, very well. That, too, if I recall, won the album of the year.